Hey guys, 7Ninja7, and today I just wanted to give a first impressions on the DLC. Now I did play all of it, so it could be much of a review, but I think I want to put the review as Kate Bishop included, and so I kind of want to do like I want to play her for a while and get a good understanding. I have got her to the 50, but I feel like when it comes to a character, you want to have a build ready, and well, not a build ready, but you want to have an idea what you want to go for, and I can't really say I have that. I can say that I do think she feels good as a character. It does tell me that Crystal Dynamics knows how to make a character feel good. Be it may not every character that they make after Kate Bishop may not be for me. That's fair, but I can say with absolute clarity that Crystal Dynamics knows how to differentiate a character from another character. Now, how they do Hawkeye versus Clint Barton versus Kate Bishop, how they do the difference, I am worried about that. I really want to know how they're going to do a variation character. I think we might see a Ronin Hawkeye. I think there's still a chance, or at least the skin, but I'm hoping he becomes Ronin. But if that doesn't happen, fine, whatever. But let's talk more about like Kate Bishop. So one of the few things that I liked about her was that she feels like a high mobility character. It may have something to do with the fact that she has teleports, but I felt like she's the type of person where it's like, because I don't have the ability to go invisible like Black Widow, I have to keep on the move because I'm still going to be seen unless I have like a special like artifact, which you guys will find out how to get that later. You know, we're still in spoiler territory, so I'm not going to really throw out anything other than, well, you know, you join to see what the character is about. But I felt like she's a highly mobile character. Like, it's just something you're going to be doing. I wouldn't say she's mobile in a sense of like how Spider-Man would be in Marvel Heroes Omega. I wouldn't say that, but she does have some abilities like that, and so it's like she can be a hybrid of that idea. That being said, I mean, you're playing a sniper character, and you know, like, after you take a couple shots as a sniper, right, you're gonna want to move anyway, and so it's like she works well with that. But her style, it feels like she's more based around her melee than she is based around her arrows. And so I'm really wondering if, like, Clint Barton, I'm going to be making a lot of points on talking about Clint Barton as well as her, because, like I said before, she's supposed to be a variation, or she's like another version of Clint Barton in a sense. But what I'm wondering is, because a lot of her things that works for her are really good for melee. Now, every character has a good, decent melee combo, but her in particular, it feels like melee is like her main thing. I know she's supposed to be in like an amazing fencer and all that, and I think she calls herself an expert marksman. I'm not like 100% on that, but like, I do remember hearing that she was an offenser. Well, that was their thing. That being said, she feels pretty good. She feels like my style of character. I like the idea of high mobility. I like the idea. Well, she has high mobility in the sense of getting around. I like that idea. I feel like I can get around in any direction and anywhere. I do like the idea of her teleport. So her teleport doesn't use intrinsic when you're doing a like a Black Widow grapple hook teleport, but when you're doing a regular dash attack or blink jump or whatever, it uses intrinsic energy. You can have a little fun with that if you use your quantum overdrive to overdrive your intrinsic bar for like a certain amount of time. You can pretty much fly for a while with her. Well, you can have a little fun, right? But like, you could mix that in with your warp arrow, right? I got like for mine, like, I'm not running the one where it's like she causes like a black hole, or I think it's called singularity as a skill. But She's not running any. I'm not running anything like that. I'm running her assault like it's a traversal. I may use her assault to like knock stuff away, but like for the most part, I've been using it for you know, really just traversal. And I feel like I've had a lot of fun with that. She's a really good escape tool. Her decoy, I haven't really been using it as much as to grab aggro, strictly because usually I have a Hulk in the team, and it's kind of like it just benefits me enough to have the idea that I can rely on something protecting me, and the idea that shoots does help out a lot. But more or less, whenever I pop her decoy, it's more or less just to get some DPS. But that's also because of the build I'm thinking about going on. I really still don't know what I want to do with her. But I can say that I think what's going to happen here with her character is you're going to be speccing in her ultimate more than anything else. I don't think her support or her assault heroic is going to be as important as her ultimate. So think of like Captain America. Like, it's going to be like Captain America. And I say that because it's not like Black Widow, where Black Widow has her arm bracelet, her, I forgot what they called it, but I know Lightning Fist is her Widow's Bite, right? It's not like her Widow's Bite where it changes, like you can go from a melee Widow's Bite to a ranged Widow's Bite. It's not like that. It's more like you have your, it's more like your ultimate is like your main thing. It's like, it's a whole different change. So you've got your regular melee overdrive, which causes like blast through your sword, kind of like Legends of Zelda. If you've ever played that, whenever you, I think it's like you get a special sword, and like if you're full health, you get to shoot out beams. It's not, you got one of those as a skill for your overdrive. Then you have the full auto arrows, which feels pretty good as a DPS standpoint. And I can certainly see myself using that on certain bosses. But when it comes to what is going to be my main build, it's really a toss-up there, because with her character, a lot of what she is utility, but her version of your overdrive is what's going to matter more. There's one how do I want to put this? The one thing in her overdrive I don't really see myself using too often is her teleport explosions. I don't see that happening. Like, it's, no matter how much I would think, like, maybe I want to go a teleport attack route, right? I thought about that. But then I thought to myself, that sounds terrible. Like, why would I want to use my intrinsic energy for anything other than a escape tool? Like, I can use I don't mind the dash attack, it's fun, I like it, but when it comes to just like how good that attack is mixed in with an explosion, it's about the same as a damage explosion. And depending on how you feel about damage explosions depends on how you're gonna feel about her teleport explosion. Yeah, you got 3 or 4 guaranteed ones, you know, exploding on an enemy. Sure, that's certainly true, I'm not denying that, but the problem is that it's not going to be worth wasting that much intrinsic. I've seen how powerful that is on Black Widow with their full auto, and I'm using that to get ranged criticals, right? I've seen that. I know how good it actually is. It's not that great. A stun explosion would have been better, but other than that, I think everything about it right now, it's like there's a lot of things that are utility, but the utility works well for her type of character. I wasn't sure what I was really expecting besides the fact that she could teleport, but I think they did a really amazing job on her, and it really just tells me that they know how to make a character. Like I said, it helps me for the future of this game. It's more or less how are they going to do a variation of Kate Bishop? Because originally we heard about Hawkeye, Clint Barton, and it turns out we're getting Kate Bishop first. So I really want to know how they're going to do that. Other than that, if you want to talk about the story. And story-wise, I'm not going to say anything on it in a sense of what actually happens in the story, but you know what quantum is. Everyone knows what quantum is. And if you've been paying attention to, you know, any of the trailers, then you obviously know what's going on with that. I want to say it sets up one of my earlier videos when I said how are we going to go about timelines, how are we going to go about dimensions, you know, how is Marvel going to go this route. And I would say setting it up early helps us out a lot. I didn't know if they were going to use a character this early into it, but this allows us to how do I want to put this? This allows us to have more room later on down the road. I don't necessarily want them to keep messing with timelines as their main way of continuing the story, but this is certainly a good thing for down the road. This is certainly a good thing. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, so I may stop here on that. But overall, though, I think Kate Bishop was a really good addition. This will certainly give people more of a understanding of newer characters. So I think they will. There's a lot of characters that were leaked that were known, but Kate Bishop is one of the characters that I don't think is as known to the. I'm gonna call them normies because I can't think of a better word, but let's call them comic casuals. Kate Bishop's a new character to a comic casual. We're talking about people that really strictly follow the movies. Really, they might catch an episode of a Spider-Man episode here and there, maybe an Avengers episode here and there. But on average, they're probably not going to know who Kate Bishop is or Kamala Khan. And I would say this game made them. This game seems to do a really good job of showing off a character. How do I put that? Showing off how good a storytelling and a character design of a character that Crystal Dynamics can do. And I would say that I feel like she hits home. She works here. I feel like she works really well here. I don't look up a lot of things on Kate Bishop to be honest. I was never really the biggest fan of the Archers. To be honest, or Kamala Khan for that matter. I was really just a big fan of Spider-Man, some of the X-Men. I was really a Spider-Man and Deadpool kind of guy, but from time to time I would look at things about just things about Secret Wars, Avengers stuff, and all that. But I feel like how they added Kate Bishop into the game, I feel like they did a really, really good job on that. She really does feel like she fits into the story. I'm not going to go any further on that because I don't want to spoil anything. But anyway, thanks for watching this first impressions. I will be doing a full review of the whole story, but I kind of want to wait at least 2 weeks out from the release. Therefore, you know, people will have time. I mean, it's a short thing really, but I understand that people have jobs and they may decide they can't play all the time. I get it. So I'm gonna at least wait 2 weeks before I actually give a full review on 2 weeks starting from the day of the release. But I'm gonna wait that long to give a full review. But just first impressions, she's really good. The wait also is because I want to give I want to have a better understanding of her gear and a better understanding of her skills. Like I'm near 50. I think I'm at 50, but I still can't say I'm there yet. And I feel like once you get around 130, that's when you're gonna start understanding what your build's gonna be, and you're gonna start flowing a lot better. You're really more or less, until you get to power level 130, you're more or less just learning the character. I also want to say this before I go. When I was looking at her loot, I think they're showing a better version of what loot's gonna be like in Marvel Avengers. And I say that because it reminds me a lot of what Path of Exile does with their loot, where they benefit certain things to, how do I want to put that? They give more. They're not generic. All right, let's put it like that. They're very selective. They're not just generic damage buff. It's more like hey, do you want to have more time on your overdrive? Do you want to have more accuracy or range on your perfect draw, whatever? Do you want to do more damage to your perfect draw? Versus, do you want to focus on this? Well, get your gear focused on perfect draw. Like they have something like that, and I'm seeing a gear change. So I'm seeing good signs. There are a few bugs, but that's like the comfort with any game, so it is what it is. But I found that Kate Bishop can't step on let's call them floor buttons. So let's say you need to open a chest room and there's a floor button on there. You can't play Kate Bishop to open those, but you can open with anyone else. But Kate Bishop can't do that. I don't really know why, but there's a bug for that. So, but other than that, I haven't really ran into any bugs. So overall, first impressions, I think this DLC was really, really good, and I think Kate Bishop is a really good addition to the team. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I'll see you guys later.